Hello folks, welcome to Lester's Custom Truck Shop. Sharon, this radio is yours. Yazoo sub bass. Right now I've got it on the front panel extensions. Get it out where I can make my changes that I need to on the board. I've already done the receiver mod. Added the amp, the extra MOSFET final. So you now have a single driver and dual finals. There's the heat sink. Upgraded your input voltage buffer to a 4700 microfarad, 25 volt. There is the protection diode. I was zooming the camera and I didn't mean to be doing that. Let me see if I can back it back out. There we go. Okay. There is the voltage regulator filter buffer right there. 4700 microfarad, 25 volt. Now I did all of that because of this. It's your SX350. Okay, got her all hooked up, wired up, and I'll test it out. There's the power connections. Use the barrel connectors and then put heat shrink over them again. Okay, there's your, I may have already said this, your LC5304NX. And of course all the wires are just loose right now because I had to move it out. And getting ready to put it all back together. I've already done the alignment. Checking things out. She's ready to go. There's your 15 kilohertz IF filter. Come on now, focus. There it goes. Replace the 25 kilohertz wide filter that was in here, which cuts down on the bleed over. Okay. All right. I'm going to take the extensions out, move the front panel back in place. I've already got the LEDs behind the meter. Got the blue LEDs in the counter. Got your 3-digit installed. Front panel is ready to go. And I think that's about all I wanted to show you. These new radios already come with the shotkeys. So you don't have to do those. They come with upgraded voltage regulators and AM regulators, power regulators. All that's been upgraded. Galaxy did a good job on that. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, Sharon, I'm back. I got your eBay name wrong. I apologize for that. It's Yazoo Bass 1, I believe. This one is yours. You can see I took the extensions out now, and I've got the front mounted back where it should be. And I have all of the wires tied up nice. The nylon wire ties. Okay. Alright. I'm going to put it together. Okay. I'll be back. Had a few folks ask to see the inside of the SX350. It's basically two SX175s combined into one. We have 4 of the 7530s. Okay. That's what the inside of that looks like. Alright, I'll be back. Hello folks, welcome to Lester's Custom Truck Shop. Sharon in New York. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. This is your 959 Custom. We've got the Magnum SX350 installed. Got the blue display with 3-digit readout. Frequency blue display, and change the S meter to blue. Okay, got the blue face on it. The CSS switch now, you have to move it all the way over to the band position for the channel selector to change the band. Okay. In the center position or left, that's on channel. This channel selector changes the channel. Alright. Squelch scan. Squelch the radio. Now let's see, you may not can hear that. I've got it on a dummy load. Put it on sideband. Squelch the radio. Select either down or up, and away she goes. Now if the squelch opens, cycles through that channel. Squelch closes again, goes back to scanning. It waits about 1,000 milliseconds to see if there's a reply, and then goes on. No, not 1,000 milliseconds, 500 milliseconds, sorry. About a half a minute. Okay, you just hit that, move it back to the off position, and it stops scanning. Okay. And, you know, for AM, I would run it with the power turned all the way down. Okay, power all the way down. And let's see, switch it back to AM. Both meters have 100 watt slugs in them. The one on the right is on the times 5 multiplier. So we're reading on that center scale there where it says 50 is actually 500 watts. Meter on the left, we're reading on the bottom scale where it says 100 is where we're reading there, that bottom scale. Audio, audio, audio. Now see, that's with power, RF power all the way down. We're on AM, channel 22. Got a lot of swing. Meter on the right reads peak, meter on the left reads RMS. Okay. Now let's see, let me go to the lower side of 38. Okay, we're now on the lower side of 38, still got power turned all the way down. You can see we're peaking at what, about 200 watts? Yeah, about 200 watts audio with the RF power turned all the way down on sideband. Now I'm going to turn the RF power all the way up on sideband. Audio, hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio, audio, audio. I'm sure all of you saw that. My pyramid can't handle the amperage. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy another one if I keep fooling with these. Audio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio. See, it's spiking over 30 amps. And it's supposed to be 36 amp peak, I think, and 30 amps constant. But these amps put a strain on it. Okay. Oh, let me switch to AM and show you full RF power. I'm on lower, or actually I'm on 38, but I'm on AM, so we're not going to bother anybody because I'm in the on the dummy load. Okay, in fact, the AM's up a little bit high. I need to turn it back down about 10 watts because Magnum says limit it to 60. I thought I had it set to 60, but that happens to me all the time. I set it in there and then key the radio, and it's actually more than that. Audio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio test. And again, my power supply can't handle it. It's peaking at 30 amps. But if you get a nice 50 amp power supply and run this thing off of it, works great. But now I got to tell you, something that I've learned, I tried to hook these up to my 50 amp switched power supply. Well, this is not a true 50 amp supply. I could not get as much power out of the radio with this power supply as I could with my PS36KX. It just would not supply the current. And I don't know what the deal is with that, but I need to find out. It's either defective or switching power supplies just don't work like they say they will. In other words, the amperage is probably overrated, is what I'm thinking. But anyway, running off the PS36KX, but it still does over 500 watts peak with that one. And you saw it go over 100 watts RMS on the meter there. But anyway, there it is. These are nice looking radios. Okay. Down the side of it. The only thing that I really don't like about the Magnum power cabinets, they don't fit perfectly. See that gap right there? All of them are like that. There's nothing you can do about it. And I think it's because of the faceplate on the Galaxies may be a little thicker than they are on the Magnums. These things, they don't seat up front. They do close up at the back, but then you got that gap all the way at the front. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything, you know, but it's there. There's the plug for the these cabinets are made for a radio that has a mic connector on either side, or you do get two plugs so you can block off the holes on both sides if you got a front mount microphone. Okay, I've already shown you the inside of it and the heat sink. It says Magnum up there, Magnum underneath. The cabinet's the same identical size as the SX175, the power supply, and not power supply, but the heat sink, and everything is the same. It just requires a bigger power supply. The SX350s are basically two SX175s all on one board. Okay, you have four 7530s. All right, Sharon, I certainly hope you enjoy your radio. It was my pleasure to build it for you. 73.